Happy Halloween, YouTube. My name is Bree, and in today's video, I'm just doing a simple ink painting. So if you've been here before and you watched my last video, you might be wondering what happened to Gouachetober weeks 2 through 4. And yeah, it just didn't work out. I'd like to go revisit that at some point, but I just had a lot going on between work and some personal things, and I didn't have the capacity for it. I've actually been fairly art blogged recently. But I did want to get another video together before the end of the month because I'm really trying to do at least 2 videos a month, ideally one every other week. But I wanted to do something with ink. I guess I did Inktober from 2015 to 2019, and I did miss it, even though I had made a very conscious decision not to participate this year between everything going on with Inktober and also the gouache painting class that I'm participating in and currently slacking on. Well, this didn't take long. I think for this particular painting, I have about 2 hours of footage, and some of it was done while I was also conversing with my husband, so I wasn't fully engaged. This was just a nice way to relax and revisit an old medium that I use really only one time a year and hadn't really touched much this year. So for this particular piece, I'm just using my Etchr sketchbook, which I'm not sure if it's the paper being cotton or just the combination of this paper and this particular ink, which is an India ink. The ink bled a bit more than I expected. Normally with watercolor, I put the watercolor down and it stays where I put it. In this case, it definitely bled out quite a bit, so I got some textures and some edges I didn't really want, but I was just taking it easy. I'm trying not to stress and just do something to get me back in the habit of painting for myself. So yeah, it wasn't as accurate as I would have liked it, but it was fun, and I feel accomplished just having created something in my sketchbook after it's been a little while. So I think I already said this, but the ink itself, the black ink, is just India ink that I watered down to get different values. And then at the end of the video, I do add some red ink, and that's done using Diamine Oxblood, which is a fountain pen ink. So the India ink, as soon as it dries, it becomes permanent, whereas the fountain pen inks, most fountain pen inks are not waterproof. So if I had done the red ink first, a lot of that probably would have lifted up as I put more ink down. So yeah, I just like to add a little pop of color at the end because I like making things a little bit more interesting than just black and white. I think was it 2018, I did my Inktober pieces were line work with ink washes on top of them, and after a while I very much got bored just seeing black and white every day, so I started adding just a little pop of color to keep things more interesting, and that's just what I kind of like to keep doing at this point. Nothing against pure black and white. There's amazing black and white art out there. I just personally, for something like this, I do tend to get a little bored, and maybe it's just the warmth of the ink, though black ink is a rather warm shade and I tend to prefer cool colors, so maybe it's just something weird like that. In any case, yeah, Halloween is right around the corner. I'm going to try to get this video up on the 29th, so a couple days before Halloween, mostly because it's my birthday, so be nice to me. But yeah, and then for Halloween itself, I'm working that day, so I'll be busy. One more reason to get this out early. I don't actually have any Halloween plans this year because 2020 is something else. So I just bought candy to put out in a bucket outside, so if there are kids that go trick-or-treating, they at least can pick up something at my house. But I'm kind of bummed about the whole thing. I mean, I'm bummed about a lot of things right now, but yeah, I don't know why. I really do like Halloween. I don't like scary stories or movies or games. I don't really like strangers at my house, but there's something about Halloween I've just always liked. Maybe it is just because it's right next to my birthday and I get pumpkin flavored everything. And then there's also the cute decorations, like my little cute ghost lights that I turn on every day when it's still dark out, when I log into work in the morning, just to give me a little boost. And then I have there's a helicopter that you might be hearing that's right over my house, and just little cute clings for the windows, like pumpkins and cats. I like that stuff. So I really don't know if you could hear that, but that is a very big helicopter. It's probably a Chinook. I don't know what it's doing up there. Yeah, so completely distracted already. What am I talking about? Halloween. So yeah, I usually really like Halloween for no discernible reason. This year I knew I wasn't going to be able to do much because of the pandemic. So I did pick one book that I guess is a horror book, although I've also seen it listed as a romance book, House of Leaves, which I've been wanting to read for a really long time. I knew nothing about it going into it, and it's really weird, and I'm I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. The main storyline is really interesting, but there's just so many footnotes and like side conversations that I'm not into that just pull away from the really like creepy main narrative that I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it in the long run. Otherwise, yeah, I haven't even taken out all of my Halloween decorations. It's a bummer. I'm hoping I get some of my energy back in time for Christmas so I can decorate and enjoy the Christmas season. I live in Florida, so we don't really get the seasonal changes, so it's not like it's fall out and there's autumn leaves. Everything's still green, everything's still warm. It rains in the afternoon. So, yeah, not feeling those spooky vibes as much. But yeah, I hope if you have Halloween plans, you stay safe and take care and still manage to have fun, because you should get to have fun around the holidays. And otherwise, I really don't have too much to say. Like I mentioned before, I've been really tired lately. So, yeah. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and end this video here. Once again, happy Halloween, and I'll see you in the next video.